have you ever had a celebrity encounter before that left you feeling a little anxious, that it wasn't quite what you expected? Maybe you left feeling a little disappointed, and you're not sure whether you're disappointed because you were looking forward to meet this person and they weren't what you expected, or maybe you're disappointed in yourself because you realize you were looking forward to meeting someone who's a complete stranger and has no effect on your life whatsoever. I came away from this situation not that long ago feeling this same way. This happened almost a year ago now. It was New Year's Eve last year, and my friends and I decided that we were going to go to the Drake Hotel here in Chicago to celebrate New Year's Eve. Now, I've never gone to Drake Hotel to celebrate, but I heard they had a big party, and I thought this would be a lot of fun for me and my friends. So we decided that we'd all get dressed up. We put on our best suits and our best dresses, and we went over to the Drake Hotel. Tickets were a little bit expensive, but we figured, hey, it's a fancy party, this is going to be a great time. We got there, and it was insane. They had multiple rooms, all rented out, all with different DJs, playing different forms of music, all with separate dance floors, all with their own bars in each room. This was crazy. So you could dance in one room, then walk over to another room and hear completely different music and dance there. So my friends and I decided that we'd try each room, and each room was crazier than the last. People were getting incredibly drunk, but it was New Year's Eve, so that's to be expected. Women were in the halls crying, men were fighting over the women, and vice versa. So I was still having a good time, and all my friends were all still having a good time. We were trying to celebrate somewhat responsibly, but we were all overserved, you could say. We decided that near the end of the night, we'd all meet in the main room of the hotel. This had the biggest dance floor out of all the dance floors, and had the most DJs on the stage. So we were all dancing, having a good time, and then all of a sudden, one of the DJs on stage grabbed the microphone and started hyping up the crowd and asking, were we all having a good time? And everyone's yelling, no one's coherent at all, but we're all having a good time. After he was done hyping up the crowd, he said, there's a celebrity here with us tonight. And everyone started straining their necks, looking around the room, trying to see who the celebrity was. Then the DJ said, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Ludacris. And from a table near the stage, Ludacris stood up and got on the stage and waved to the crowd. He took the mic and said he was happy to be here and hoped we're all having a great time. Then he said he was going to be making his way through the crowd and would be happy to take pictures with anyone who wanted a picture. So this was really cool. He gave back the microphone and then began to work his way through the crowd. Now, when I was watching him, I was wondering, Ludacris is a music artist. He's also been in a lot of films, like Fast and the Furious, but he's mainly known for being a music artist. And so I was wondering, why wouldn't he have done a song? It seemed like he could at least do one song. If you're bringing Ludacris to the Drake Hotel on New Year's Eve, why wouldn't he do a song? But I guess maybe they couldn't afford it. He's probably charging a lot of money. So I was thinking about this while he's making his way through the crowd. Now, there was a ton of people on this dance floor, so we had to wait a long time. But we figured the cherry on top of this great night would be to meet Ludacris. So we waited patiently, and as Ludacris made his way towards us, I put my hand out and said, Ludacris, could we take a picture with you? And he said, absolutely. So he put his arm around me and all my friends, and we got a picture. I said I was a big fan of his music, and I liked him in the Fast and Furious films. He said, thanks a lot, have a great night. And that was when I got to meet Ludacris. Now, at this point in the story, you're probably thinking, how is this a bad celebrity encounter? It seems fine. Well, the night goes on. So we keep dancing, we're having a great time. The party probably ends around 4 or 5 in the morning. I can't really remember, to be honest. I get home, I go to bed. I wake up the next morning. I have a slight headache, I'm not sure why. It was a little bit of a headache. And I decide, that was such an incredible night. I would love to go on social media and see what Ludacris had to say about the night, because I'm sure he's posted pictures or mentioned something, or people must be talking about it because it was such a cool thing. So I go on my phone and I said, I'm going to pull up his Instagram, because that way I'll be able to see pictures of the night. Maybe I'll be able to see some of my friends, or I'll be able to see things that I saw that night. So I go on his Instagram, and there he is. He's partying, having a great time, and it looks awesome, and I'm trying to see things. As I look closer at the pictures, I noticed that it looks like Ludacris has a different haircut than he had when I met him that night. So did he get a haircut during that evening? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. It seems a little weird. But I thought, okay, let me go to his Twitter and see if he was tweeting about being at the Drake Hotel and having a good time. I opened up Twitter and my stomach dropped. The first tweet that I see from Ludacris is, "Can't wait to party in Miami tonight for New Year's Eve."
Oh.
Miami.
Oh.
Not Chicago, not the Drake Hotel, Miami. So now I'm feeling a little bit embarrassed. And I go back and look at the Instagram, and it becomes more clear that I did not meet Ludacris last night. I met a man who kind of looks like Ludacris and told the entire crowd that he was Ludacris. And everyone was drunk, so who cares anyway? And I realized that we had just been made a fool of. The Drake Hotel decided they'd pull a great prank. They get a guy who looks like Ludacris. They put him up on stage, be able to tell everyone it's Ludacris. Everyone would get to say they met Ludacris on New Year's Eve and have an amazing story. So what I realized that morning is that I should have done what I did that morning at the hotel. I could have easily just pulled out my phone. We have these supercomputers in our pockets at all times. It would have taken 2 seconds. When I saw him on stage and I was wondering, why isn't he singing? That voice in my head should have said, hey, do a little research. It's going to take 2 seconds. You have a phone. It's going to take an hour for Ludacris to get over to you anyway, so why not just see? You were already suspicious. If I would have done that, I would have known right away that it wasn't Ludacris. I could have saved me and my friends a lot of embarrassment by just going and doing a little research. So this can apply to any part of your life. It doesn't have to be a big decision. It can be little things. If you're thinking about where to go eat, you do a little research. Pull out your phone, see what the reviews are saying about that restaurant. So save yourself some heartache. Avoid being made look like a fool and embarrassed, and do a little research.
Great.